Welcome back, folks. Thursday, natural gas, right?
Natural gas, that's right. Let's take a look what we got going on. Jump over to the NADEX platform.
And folks, if you haven't test drove the NADEX platform, just hit the banner on our website. You can bring up the platform to put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can see how these defined option contracts trade.
So I had gold up here first since we took a peek. That's a little bit of volatility this morning. It looks like you went gold positive, one contract. What are you trading, the 1250 to 1300?
Yeah.
Okay. You were in at about 54.50. What time? 8:47 in the morning.
I bought the pullback, the first pullback.
Sure, somewhere around here. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see what happens. 130.
Thank God I got 130.
Yeah.
So let's take, what we're going to be looking at here, folks, is that, now yesterday, what you did have happen is that the oil, when the oil numbers come out, you had a small spike on the way up.
Higher, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just got destroyed.
Yeah, and thankfully that was a case where we took the 12 o'clock options,
I
and
know.
if people were paying attention to the market, it actually almost got all the way back to break even on the negative side, which was surprising because it got a little bit of a boost.
Which you needed quite a bit on that negative side.
Especially after its initial spike, definitely.
Which you actually got, which is pretty cool.
So it looks like we're basically right at the middle point of these, so they're going to line up nicely if we want to do the trade. We're trading right now
290
at natural gas at 290.
Okay.
290, 2904 you could call it.
Yeah.
And 290 is going to be the point that we could get at least the 11s. We'll take a quick look. Here's our positive one, 20 cents higher. Negative one, 20 cents lower. Selling the negative one, buying the positive one, and the positive one's going to be 4 ticks higher because we're 4 ticks in the money on the positive
so that's 3 cents, $30, right?
Yeah, $32, 3.2 pennies away from 290. And those are the 11 o'clocks. Let's just see what kind of options, because what's going to happen is the 12 o'clocks line up the same way. So let's see what that extra hour would cost you. Doing the same thing, selling the one to the negative, buying the one to the positive. So we're looking at $40. So you're looking at $4 extra to the negative side, and just the same, $4 extra to the positive side. So $8 extra, looking at $40 instead of the 32.
Okay.
So you're paying $8 extra for the extra hour.
Right.
That would have been, the extra hour was worthwhile yesterday.
It was. It was.
And natural gas.
You didn't pay too much money for the extra hour yesterday, though. That's interesting.
No, and I'd say
percentage-wise, is quite a bit.
Somewhat, yeah. But the other way to look at it is that it's, not even a full penny.
It's not a lot. No,
it's not even a penny. It's 0.8 of a penny that you're paying for that hour.
Right.
And if natural gas gets, and let's just see how these. So here's even better. Let's see how the 230s.
Yes, and that's when the pit closes.
So these are going to be 40 cents as well. So you're not only adding time, you're adding some potential pricing difference. So here's 290. So here's what's interesting is those seem to be the same price. Would that make sense?
Yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah. Isn't that what? Now, there's where, folks, so...
And this is why we go through all the options, right?
Exactly. So why wouldn't you take the time?
So here it is. You got...
So that means...
Yeah, 290 till 310, expiring at noon.
Yeah.
You can see that these are identical bid and offers.
Right.
So here's your noon, 290 till 310, and here's your 230, 290 till 3 o'clock. So, and look, they're barely off. They were just off by a penny for a split second.
Yep.
But yeah, so if you were going to make that trade, you get 2.5 extra hours.
Yep.
You get 20 cents extra, and you pay nothing in premium for it. Pretty cool.
Yeah. There's that in itself is pretty amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at natural gas?
And what that's saying there, of course, is that the option market is saying, hey, you're not going to get that kind of move.
Yeah, that's enough premium.
Yeah. So if we take a look where natural gas is now, this one here, I'll bring up another one. This is a delayed quote right now.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. It's laying right at the bottom.
And it's still pretty close to that 290 point where it's at right now live.
So let's take a look. So you had a little strength yesterday. Your downdraft, yeah. This is looking to me like this thing still wants to go south. So let's go, if we can look at those again. Now this would be pretty wild because the aspect, you're already broken down, and in order to basically go south, that would be pretty intense.
It would. You could say the same thing with oil, though, right? And we saw
Yeah,
what happened yesterday.
there's
And
no
I was
doubt.
actually almost a little bit excited in the trade when it started getting some action to the downside.
Well,
because I said this could... I feel like it could have more juice to the downside, even with that number and the initial boost upside.
I was surprised when you came across and showed me, what the outcome was. I said, wow. And then I looked at it, and then it crushed after that, too.
Exactly. It was a pretty good cascade right into noon, and then further even after that. After that. So jumping back to the 11 o'clocks, we're trading right on the penny to 290 right now, right square in the middle. So to the positive side, right, 15. To the negative side, 15. It actually lines up even cheaper, 30, because we're literally to the penny. No intrinsic value at all. That's our max loss position, 290 on the dot, right where we're trading at.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
big.
That's a trade you can make, and you have 3 pennies, so even at 287 becomes your break even.
Let me pull up UNG for a second.
Sure.
I'm not going to do this one right now, but we'll take a look at this. UNG. See, this is so UNG is the natural gas fund, and that almost looks like it's got a little pop. Hey, we're going to find out pretty quickly here.
That's where it's great. Download that demo account, go over the different contracts, because you can see how, if you're making those trades on a daily basis, that would have been quite an opportunity missed to get that extra opportunity there.
Huge. Absolutely
on
huge.
the day that natural gas, even if it doesn't move more than 20 cents, getting the 2.5 hours alone for paying no premium is substantial.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.